Hey there guys, this is Michael from Capsule Computers, also known as Spike, and I'm here with Geoff and Matt from Roosterteeth.
Woo!
Hey, what's up? Yeah, and we're here at Armageddon 2011 in Sydney, Australia right now.
Yep.
And we just managed to get the guys in for a very small interview, and just see how that goes. Yeah. Right, so just to start off, how you guys been enjoying Australia so far?
It's been awesome. We get to come here every 2 or 3 years, maybe every 3 or 4 years, and we're always really excited. This is our first time to Sydney, so we've
nice.
We both made a vacation out of it. And,
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah,
you said
check out the town.
Yeah, you said your kids were around as well.
Yeah.
Yep, they're looking forward to riding a platypus at some point. They're told that you can do that here in Australia. It's legal.
Where's the wombat fighting?
Don't worry, we'll take you there. It's their secret, cockfighting sort of locations.
Back out.
Yeah, like the Roosterteeth sort of thing.
As with the platypus riding, go down to Darling Harbour in the city. There's a place called Wildlife World there. They'll probably show you.
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, they'll probably show you how to do that. Now, I know a lot of much of you you're following are internet fans who are very close followers of your series. Where does your inspiration come from most of your episodes?
I'd say a lot of it is just personal relations that, like us, as a group, things that we kind of rag on each other, different, inside jokes and stuff that we think, this would be funny, other people would want to know about this.
Yep.
That and, we've been doing it so long, we kind of just have a feeling for that.
We've been working together for 12 years now. Maybe not necessarily on Roosterteeth, but we've all known each other and been working together for about 12 years and other stuff. And so we all kind of hate each other. So any opportunity we can use to turn that into comedy,
That's good.
Well, on that note, I did have a question here for which staff member do you guys think acts most like their RedvsBlue counterpart? Joel, for sure?
Absolutely, yeah. If you go back and watch early episodes of RedvsBlue, the Caboose character wasn't that dumb. He was just kind of obnoxious.
Yeah.
That stupid thing is definitely Joel's influence.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a case of the guy bleeding into the character.
Oh wow. All right. Well, who in sort of along that line of inspiration as well? Who would you guys consider to be your idols?
Joel.
Definitely. Idols. I don't know in terms of video games or movies or
video
just
games,
whatever.
movies, whatever, and also
Harriet Tubman. I'm just gonna go with that. I think that works. And the guy on your dollar bill that's named Banjo.
Banjo, yeah.
Banjo Patterson.
You gotta have enormous cojones to call yourself Banjo and then end up in a fedora on money.
Yeah.
So that guy wins everything, in my opinion. Paddington Banjo, or whatever, is that his name?
Paddington Bear the Banjo.
Paddington Bear the Banjo is the ruler of all the universe and outlying areas.
His difference is he's not from deepest Brazil or Peru, which is where he was from.
Well then he's conqueror of many lands.
We love Peruvian food.
We do. Mario's Peruvian in LA. If you're ever in Los Angeles, I highly recommend it.
All right, nice. Okay. I'm pretty certain that a lot of people can think it's safe to say that you guys are considered, along the lines of internet celebrities. A bit like Gabe and Tycho from the Penny Arcade.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys?
We're much bigger than them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know if you.
I say kind of like you guys are much
Physically bigger than them. They're small dudes.
No, whenever we're around Gabe and Tycho, it's always hey, Gabe and Tycho, remember us? And they're like, no, we don't remember you.
Oh.
You guys want an autograph? Because we're busy.
Well, how do you guys respond to that sort of popularity? To the amount of people that would actually recognize you by face, or by voice?
Usually, it's really, really, really awesome.
It is always really cool. I think Gus gets recognized the most because he's the weirdest looking.
Yeah.
So he probably has the most experience with it. But it's really nice. I mean, it's flattering. To be able to come literally halfway around the world from where we live, to Australia, and have people come out and be interested and want to, talk to us and are interested in what we do and stuff like that. It's great. We couldn't ask for anything more.
It's very humbling.
Yeah, for sure. It's good. Just a couple of more personal questions. This one's directed at you, Matt. Do you have a particular favorite moment at a particular Sarge moment in particular in the series?
My favorite Sarge moment. When we did this thing called Sargisms, which was it was kind of like a DVD extra And there were a lot of classic Sarge lines just from that one thing.
Yeah.
It was just like a full day of ad-libbing, where, and it was like me and Bernie and Geoff and some of the guys, we were all just coming up with ridiculously stupid things to say.
I remember the best part about that day. Was we used to constantly try to get Sarge to swear, and Matt wouldn't do it because he didn't think Sarge swore.
That's right.
So it was like us trying to come up with like ways to get Sarge to swear without swearing.
Yeah.
And that thing killed us all.
Yeah.
It was like the funniest thing, probably the funniest thing to this day.
Yeah.
Well, I have noticed that throughout the series, especially between seasons 1 and 3, Sarge's voice changed quite a lot.
It did. I feel like I refined it over the course of the first 3 seasons, and by season 3, I kind of knew what I was doing. When it first started, Barney wanted me to do an impression of Arlie Ermy, who's a great character actor who was actually in the military and he's played a lot of military roles.
He was the drill sergeant in Full Metal Jacket.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, right.
So Bernie wanted me to do kind of an impersonation / impression of him.
Okay.
And that was kind of where I started with, but it didn't feel natural for me. It was very hard to do. And so over time I kind of shifted it into more like what I wanted to do, and it was easier for me to read.
Which is like a southern mad scientist.
Yeah, basically Sarge is actually based, the current version of Sarge is based on my high school football coaches.
Oh, right.
I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, in the South.
Oh, yeah.
And Geoff and I are the 2 Southerners in the office, and so we always commiserate about being Southerners.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically where it comes from.
Okay. For you, Geoff, do you have a particular favorite Griff moment from the series?
I think my favorite moment from RedvsBlue is a moment that no one's going to remember, and it was, I think probably episode 14 or 15. The opening of the episode was Simmons and I standing on top of Red Base playing I Spy, and I think the joke is like, I spy with my little lights, and it goes, dirt, and Griff goes, how did you know? And he's like, because that's all there ever is here, rocks and dirt. And because it reminded me of, it was pretty much exactly what it was like to be in the Army. And I think it was in Kuwait, because I was in the Army for 5 years. But also because it felt like Gus and I talking to each other. And it's kind of like very similar to the relationship Gus and I have.
Okay, but you guys had already known each other for a while.
Forever, yeah. We were already best friends at that point. So
Oh, right.
It kind of felt like me and Gus.
Oh.
Gus and I, yes.
That's very cool. A lot of people also know your work, Geoff, with Jack on Achievement Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people would like to know, were there ever any impossible achievements, like achievements that you just attempted and you're just like, nah, I give up?
Man,
Like real life achievements, for sure.
yeah.
Like figuring out what an IRA is.
Right.
And all those kinds of things. No one knows what escrow is.
Successfully navigating life insurance.
That's right.
Not so far. We've had some miserable moments, and I'm sure that'll come up. I mean, there's achievements that I just won't ever get and I won't ever attempt, like getting 100,000 kills in Gears of War 2. That's just, it's just torture. And I love the game, but so I would never try to make a video on that. And then also, what would be the point? It's not like that kind of thing lends itself to video. But so far, no, we've been pretty lucky. I've had some rough moments, like I was talking about the Mafia 2 thing earlier.
Yeah.
But no, we've been pretty fortunate.
All right, nice. And one last one for you. What was it like, honestly, being the guinea pig for the immersion experiments? I know most of it was typically.
It was great for us.
I'm sure it was. I know most of it was typically scripted a lot of the time, but
Not really. It wasn't really scripted. It was. Immersion.
Wasn't?
No, immersion was like. We had to script out a certain part of it just to know what we were doing.
Oh, right.
So it's like when you go out in a field and you're going to be shooting live ammunition, you have to be prepared because that's fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
But I'll let Geoff answer the rest of it. But I mean, it was a thing where it's like what you see in Jeff's reactions and Gus's reactions, those are real.
Yeah.
That's not acting or anything. But they were really going through all that stuff for the first time and experiencing it and like figuring all that out.
Yeah, like the stuff that Bernie and Griffin would say to intro, like that stuff is scripted.
Yeah.
But Gus and I was all off the cuff, like genuine reactions, like Matt says. It was awesome, with the exception of
The food challenge.
food. That was because they kept us out drinking till 3 a.m.
Did the pizza really taste that bad?
It wasn't pizza. I don't know.
It was very strange taste.
It was bizarre.
It was really weird.
But they literally kept us up till 3 a.m, and then the next thing I know, it was like 5:15 in the morning, and Bernie was in my bedroom, and I was like super hungover and out of it. And then the worst part is that you didn't see this in the video, and I don't know that maybe it'll be in a behind-the-scenes thing at some point. But they then paraded Gus and I out through my living room. Well, Gus had already been there, but like I had to go through my living room, but they had everything in sheets, so I didn't know what was going on. Yep. And then they made Gus and I sit like in my front yard for 45 minutes while they set up. And Gus and I are just laying there on the ground, like rolling and super hungover and like uncomfortable. Like going, what is going on? Why are they doing this? And then they showed us the food, and we almost both lost it at the moment. That and in the first one, when we got beat with baseball bats, that sucked a lot. That really hurt.
Oh, so they actually, like, when I wooden bats or metal bats?
They were like foam bats, but they were
in a hard core to them.
Oh, right.
And then they were wrapped with tape.
And they were both bruised after that.
Yeah.
Sure. Especially Gus. Gus
had a footprint on his back.
He got kicked right here, and it was no joke.
So when he was trying to get
we were worried that he actually had a rib.
Gus had like a walk away. Nobody talked to me for 15 minutes.
Yeah. It was serious.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll just wrap it up with just one last question. What kind of aspirations do you guys have for the rest of Red vs. Blue and for Roosterteeth in general?
I want Red vs. Blue to be president of the universe.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's.
It'll make
it's running for vice president currently. I'd say it's very.
Hopefully the
it's very
president
close.
will die, and we'll just
You guys have
appointed
very.
to that position.
Yeah.
I mean, I think with us, Red vs. Blue has so far exceeded our expectations and all rational expectations that for us it's just the fact that we get to keep doing it every day and keep going to different places, like Sydney, Australia, which is so cool.
Could you ever imagine that?
No.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
No, never.
It's absolutely crazy.
I mean, if we had looked at the first episode and said, "Hey guys, guess what? This is going to allow us to go see Sydney and Melbourne, like a bunch of cool places."
Or like Edinburgh or Germany or all these
places.
The Netherlands, and it's like
They would have been like, no, never.
Come on.
But it's like that is a cool thing we get to do.
Yeah, I would say as long as my aspiration would be that we can continue to make Red vs. Blue in a way that people will continue to like it and want to watch it, and that in addition to that we can make something else that people like. We can continue to make other things that people like.
Yeah. Maybe. I'm happy making one thing people like.
Yeah.
I'll stop there.
Exactly.
I'm not greedy.
Also, I want to beat The Simpsons for the longest running show.
You'll get there. You'll get there. Keep on going. You'll get there.
You'll
for
get
sure.
there. And unlike them, we won't go up and down in
Peaks and
popularity.
valleys.
I'm pretty sure it was just going up and up and up.
Hopefully.
So, all right.
How about you sign us off in character? Like in...
Sarge.
Sarge. Yeah, sign us off. Sign us off.
What's the name of the show?
Capsule Computers.
Capsule Computers?
Yeah.
Okay. Capsule Computers, you just got sarged. Really? That's how it is.
Can we just
Sorry, buddy.
Can we just go on break?
All right.
One of my Oreos.
Me and you. Let's go get a meat pie.